This girl here is Wakamatsu Yuka. She's proper friendly and pretty. Today, the main character confessed and became her boyfriend, but this is the same girl who cheated on him right before his eyes in the past. We overhear someone saying, "What kind of trick did you use?" The main character replied, "Sora, our hobbies just happen to be similar." Someone else says, "I want a pretty girlfriend too." Yuka asks her, "Where to?" The main character responds, "Is an arcade an okay place?" His friends were in shock. "What are you talking about? An arcade? Are you serious?" But Yuka loved it. She was glinting, blushing, and excited. The main character thinks, "I know he often invites me to go to concerts. Lord, our hobbies really are similar, Sora-kun." Then he recalls her past words. Light novels? Could you not force your hobbies down my throat?" The main character bluntly says without emotion, "I'm glad." And she responds, "That's so cute." As they got near the shop and moved inside, he thinks about how the happy expression on this girl's face is all fake. "I was deceived. This girl is a freaking." She had a sparkling look in her eyes as she gazed at the arcade machines. Then we learn about the main character's past. During his third year of middle school, he showed her a picture of her leaving a hotel. They were dating at the time. He asked if she was cheating on him. She said, "Huh? So, what's your answer?" He replied, "If you love me, then you should let me do what I want." "Actually, why are you stalking me in the first place, you creep?" The main character shot back, "I'm free to do whatever I want. Don't freak with me." She yelled, "Lame, let's break up." He thought to himself, "Didn't we already break up? I shouldn't have gotten angry. A respectable person in that situation would have cried and fallen into self-hatred. But I wanted her to fawn over me, then bawl her eyes out, begging for forgiveness. On top of that, I wanted to dump her like an insect while she cried desperately. I want to see her scream, crawl, and be in pain." By chance, they reunited in college. He had changed his image, so she didn't recognize him at all. His college friends called him by his nickname, and very few people knew his real name. This is fate, he thinks. People really open up to someone who understands them. On her face, she made cute expressions while looking toward a bunny. The main character glanced at her and then started chatting on his phone. He was having a conversation with someone who had accepted his offer. "Shoo," he thanks the girl, who says, "I'm only doing this because you were cheated on by her. You're buying me a drink later, of course." When Yuka grabs his attention, calling his name and asking if he's texting someone, he lies. "Sorry, my sister is pestering me to buy her a drink." She asks, "So you have a sister?" He replies, "Because we're in the middle of a date, I told her to leave." "Unknown, sorry, senpai." She blushes and says in an embarrassed tone, "A date? I guess so." He is disgusted by her blushing, thinking, "Why are you blushing now? It's probably an act." He says, "This would look so good on you, Sora-kun." She responds, "No way. Do you have a membership card?" He says, "Yes." She thanks him, calling his name as he pays for everything. He thinks about how he's completely changed from a pathetic person into an attractive guy. We hear Yuka say, "Is it already my turn?" The main character replies, "I'm looking forward to it." She says, "Cut that out. I'm getting nervous." He thinks, "I get the feeling that even if she's terrible, I'll have to praise her or she'll start sulking." Compliments are ready in his mind. As she starts singing, it's bearable at first, but at the peak he can't hide his reaction anymore. His expression sours and she apologizes. "That was pretty bad, huh?" He claps. "No, it was really good." With a darkened expression, she sits down, her panties showing between her thighs. She says, "You look a little sick. Are you okay?" Glancing at her exposed side, he quickly looks away. No, it was just incredible." She asks, "Is that so? It wasn't that atrocious, was it?" He insists, "It was really incredible." She notices him leaking discomfort and says, "Then why aren't you looking at me?" Realizing what happened, she freaks out and apologizes relentlessly. He thinks, she should just shut up. She's the scum of the earth. But he says, "Sorry, it was really incredible." She replies, "It's all right. It's because I practiced." He says, "Cute," then feels like dying because he genuinely thought she was cute. She laughs. "Is that so?" She's eating something delicious and hands him an ice cream cone. He bites it. "It's really delicious." But she senses it was bad. He grumbles. "No, it was really tasty." He thinks, "Don't let your guard down. This girl is not as simple as she looks. She'll take anybody." He asks, "Do you have time for dinner? There's a place I want to try." She agrees. "Sure, but you might be overdressed." At the restaurant, "I'm getting a little nervous." When they arrive, she says, "I like it." He replies, "I like this place very much. It's not too expensive, and it's easy to get to." She blushes. "I can't believe it. We really are made for each other." He looks at her with a blank expression. She continues, "Sora-kun, you're so trendy, but you're always so serious." He replies, "I don't know how to have fun." He thinks, "What you want to say is you like me, don't you?" He remembers this was the girl who tortured him in the past, and now she's like this. We see her laughing cheerfully, her expressions getting even better. She says, "I can do it." He thinks, "I can do it. I'm still texting the girl I asked for help." As Yuka comes out of the washroom, "Sorry for the wait." He replies, "No worries about it." As evening turns to night, she's surrounded by a blushy glow. He says, "I'm going to conquer this girl. Then I'm going to dump her spectacularly." She replies, "I like you a lot." He tells himself, "I can do it. I can do it. It will work." Should I call Senpai now? She asks for his contact info, saying she still doesn't have it. He thinks, "I still have the same contact info from middle school, so my plan would have failed, but I lucked out." She says, "I get hit on quite often, you know." He replies, "That's because you're so pretty." He thinks, "Showing off? No one cares. Shut up, you ugly witch." She says, "Sora-kun, it doesn't seem like a bother for you to say something like that. Do you want to know the reason why I like you?" He thinks, "Because I'm not lame, because I'm good to you, but don't get greedy." He says, "If you want to tell me, must." She replies, "Fufu, you're really calm about this." She says, "You remind me of my old boyfriend." His expression darkens. He thinks, "Not the one from 6 years ago, right? Who compared the current me to the pathetic me?" He asks, "How many boyfriends have you had? Is it because I'm handsome?" She replies, "No, no. You two are nothing alike." He was dull, unattractive, and tacky. He stammers, "What? Were there any good points?" She says, "But he was kind, very kind." He freezes. "But isn't something like kindness worthless?" She laughs. "Of course it matters. You casually walk through the path while I try to avoid bumping into people. You match my walking pace on crowded trains. You let me stand next to the wall. You look up places for us to visit. You pay attention to how well kept the streets are so I don't get blisters on my feet. You do all these things, don't you? But unlike you, my ex couldn't keep his composure. I guess he was always fishing for compliments. It was so annoying, actually asking for them. What a pain." He's sinking in dread beside her. She laughs. "But I was happy. I did something really horrible to him. They accused me of cheating. By chance, I was photographed going to a motel with another man. Some family was visiting, so I just helped him carry his luggage. He went ahead and took a picture. I thought it was super creepy, but I couldn't tell him. Even though I didn't cheat, he thought I did, and I didn't like him anymore. Like an idiot, I waited for him to believe that. After being confessed to, I was full of myself. I was being fawned over, so I let it happen. So many things he did for me. So many moments. I never told him that I liked him, not even once. But I really liked him." He was speechless. She continued, "He said we should break up. At first I was pissed off, you know. But after that, I cried my eyes out. The tears just wouldn't stop. And even now I cry about it from time to time. He was that kind." He lost it. He started to say, "So what?" She couldn't understand. He shouted, Shut up. Don't you understand? You would never understand. You're the one who screwed up. He started scratching himself. She asked, sorry, did I say something wrong? He screamed, if you didn't cheat, then say that. Damn it! He was filled with agony. She couldn't understand what was happening. But then, as the clock reached 9 p.m., a girl approached. Sorry for the wait, senpai. Clinging to him and holding his hand, she carried him away. Yuka couldn't understand. Boyfriend, what? We're on a date. No way. She was confused and crushed. We see her face through the main character's eyes. He thinks, I'm the worst, leading her on, breaking her heart, having her beg for forgiveness. He says directly to her face, sorry, I was planning on cheating you. She couldn't comprehend. What? The girl beside him says, are you sure? He continues, in order to make you suffer, I asked my senpai to pretend to be my second girlfriend, but I changed my mind. My bad. Yuka still couldn't understand. Cheating? That doesn't make any sense. The other girl left saying, this is awkward. Buy me a drink later. Hakuto. Using the main character's real name. Yuka's eyes widened. She boggled as he said, I'll buy you the good kind. With sweat on her face, he says, sorry for being so lame. She couldn't understand but had a dim thought about what was happening. He says, you don't know how sorry I am. She realized what had happened. No way, but if you're Soren, he says, we're officially done for this time, and walked away. She jumped toward him from behind. You dumbass! He looked back and saw a terrifying expression. I'm not letting you go this time. He had sweat on his face. Are you really Hakuto? He replied. That's right, from Nishigaya Middle School, 3rd year class 2, birth date. There's no way you remember that. It's March 2nd, right? The resemblance was uncanny. I thought I was getting scammed for a bit, but strangely enough, it didn't feel like you were acting. He said, I wasn't. She grabbed his arms and wouldn't let go. Hey, what was all that stuff about cheating and making me suffer? He said, that's payback. She replied, that's pretty cowardly, you know. He told her, let go of my hand. Didn't we already break up? She screamed, shut up. Just shut up, you idiot. Why? Why did you move without telling me? He said, I guess I just forgot. She yelled, don't with me. You completely cut me off because I didn't want to talk to you. Who'd want to talk to the person who cheated on them? But you could have at least said hi. He replied, I didn't feel like it. She said, mystery solved. All done. You should be able to get a new boyfriend soon anyway. She still wouldn't let go. I can't get a new boyfriend. He asked, what are you talking about? She screamed, you're the only boyfriend I ever had. He yelled back, coward. No matter what you clarify, or if you were ignored, the one who didn't say anything was you. He was losing his mind. She looked at her own hands, then fell to the ground, mumbling, sorry, please, I really like you. Something like cheating. I would never do that. She was teary, her voice ringing. Please forgive me. She was all over the place. He said, disgusting. I'm not mad then. I said I'm not mad. He thought, really, I'm scum, pathetic, hopeless. I'm the worst, she replied. If I had believed in you at that moment, things would have turned out differently. He said, I still do. She asked, you still hate me? He replied, I hate you. No matter how much you deny cheating, it's the same thing as saying nothing. It's because I trusted you not to lie that I believed you cheated. You're the worst and nothing changes. This will be my final act of revenge. I despise you. She cried and said, I see. At university, he thought, my first love is over for the second time. They cut each other off, but she was relentless, greeting him in the morning and sitting right beside him. He asked, what are you doing? She replied, if you hate me, then I'll just have to get you to like me. He said, Are you stupid? Next you'll say it'll work because you're so kind. Are you stupid? I'm referring to romance, she said, blushing. I'm serious. I really like you, he replied. I'm not falling for that. She kept saying, I like you. I like you. I like you. He thought, my first love is over. Or it was supposed to be. I'm not listening to you. You still piss me off.